Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, and especially Don. Don was giving the number 8 speech from the Competent Communication Manual. Get comfortable with visual aids. The objective was to use at least 2 visual aids to help convey the message, and in addition to incorporate all of the skills that were emphasized in the previous project. With regard to the visual aids, you had 2. You had the paper map and the use of PowerPoint, so 2 is excellent. And I thought that you did a particularly effective job in transitioning between the 2, particularly from the map to PowerPoint. I was a little concerned about that, because how we're going to get from one to the other, but that was very, very smooth. You used a little remote clicker very effectively. For those of you who will be using PowerPoint, you'll get one of those little remote things. And that in particular was skillfully done and allowed you to transition between slides without being overly focused on what was happening up here or having to fiddle around down here. So excellent. I like your opening. Everything is bigger in Texas. I mean, that's something that everybody can relate to, because Texas is known for being big. And then use that later to contrast with the Alamo, which was small. You say, well, big Texas, small Alamo, what's the big deal? Why should we remember this small thing? And I appreciated how you gave some of the background as to why we should remember the Alamo. I thought that your images, particularly of the characters, brought it to life for me, because we've all heard the names of Jim Bowie and Davy Crockett and Sam Houston and all these, but seeing the paintings of them, seeing their images, helped bring it home. I thought that a particularly effective use of the images was when you contrasted the garrison in their small numbers to the large numbers of the Mexican ones there. That reinforces this point, because here's this tiny little group and here's this big group. If you say that, but if you show that, and here's this kind of small, scruffy man, and there's this huge amassed army, that really gave us a sense of, wow, this was a big deal. So all in all, you did not just cobble together a speech about this. You organized it effectively. Your use of images, particularly of the fight, were very effective in getting your point across. Some suggestions. There were a few times you had a white screen. My suggestion on that would be make it a black screen, so because you were kind of in the thing and the light was shining in your face, and that prevented this. The other thing which you learned is that the problem with laser pointers is that a small movement here produces a big movement there. Just something else to think about. And I would have had a little bit more effective organization in terms of the front end, in terms of telling us what you were going to tell us about that. But I thought your conclusion was excellent. Is that the Alamo was a small place but played a big role. Again, I liked how that brought back the whole images. So excellent use of the project, and I look forward to many more. I'm Toastmaster.